For the 14th time today, sup, my name is Ray for TheYugiohCouncil. We're going to jump into the duel. This is a subscriber showcase for Mr. Blue Dude. There will be one from Omega coming out next week. Now, the reason why I said it for like the 14th time today, that's how many times I've been trying to film this, and every single time something gets screwed up, or something gets messed up, or something beeps in, and then I try to edit it out, it doesn't work. And it's a 30-minute video. I can guarantee you that much. So around 30 minutes. So if you have the time and you want to watch the entire thing, grab some Cheetos or some healthy snacks. We should be promoting healthy snacks, really. Um, nah, just grab whatever you like and have your dinner in front of the screen, and let's do this. Now we're waiting for the ban list to come out. Today is the 20th of August, so just so you're aware that this video is actually coming out the same day, hopefully, that it's actually being made and produced and edited and all that fun junky junk stuff that I do. Error occurred on this one. You won't be able to see the full replay, but get that much. So we have this great background with Klecleon, as I call him, in Sombres. So I don't know where it came from. I haven't updated my YugioH Pro in ages, so. But he's going against heroes, and he's using his infamous dragon deck. I don't want to say famous. Famous is too hipster. It's infamous. It's like you know about it, because it's dope. So Komodo Dragon, when sent by card effect, you get a special dragon from your hand, hence what he did. He used the Castle of Dragonic Souls to banish out, to summon the red, to, do that whole thing, and then his opponent's going to compulse. He should have compulsed on the red, but, what are you going to do? That's just to prevent Storm, pretty much. But his opponent rage quits. Now, here's one against Yubel. Doesn't last too long. It's Yubel player. Let's swap over. Yubel player starting us off. But it's a great duel. There's not to, after 4 times commentating over this, I kind of lost it. I don't want to say I lost interest in commentating over your video. I lost interest in talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Today. And I was going to put it off till tomorrow, but I said, forget. All the monthly stuff got to come out for the subscribers, and I got to get the beginner's guides out and all that fun stuff. So it's got to get done. I can't put it off. I just hit the hell out of my knee. But he goes for the Yubel in Terra Incarnate, and it gets rate stopped by Stardust. By Starlight Road, son. And now the Yubel player is going to rage quit. That's 3 duels down. And I think there's 10 or 11 somewhere around there, each range from 2 minutes to 8, 20 minutes, somewhere around there. Sometimes I kind of wish they had a speed up button. Not sound that way, but just for a little faster, replays. But it's all good. But here's the Eclipse for the massive. Now, Dragon Shield. Let's point this out now. You can only equip it to a dragon. It cannot be used for about the dragon, and it cannot be targeted by card effects. But need the player take damage from the prime material dragon that's equipped with this, because later in another video you'll see it. But here we go. He's going to send the heavy because he won't need it. He's a prime material. He's getting things to his hand, and the Red Eyes get Solemn Judgment. Lol, 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 lol. His opponent has a Blue Eyes and an Effect Bearer. That's cool. So Mr. Blue Dude's going to send a Komodo Dragon to special the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. His opponent's going to summon Redox. I don't really know why. He's going to compulse the Galaxy Eyes. I guess because it's a 2 tribute, and the 1 tribute would have been too easy to get prime material. I'm not fully sure, guys. But here comes another Redox play into a Level Eater, into a freaking formula, into a Return from Different Dimension. I have to speed up Scrap Dragon. He lowers it by 1. He's going to blow some stuff up. Prime material is going in the gate for days. He's going to summon an Effect Bearer, and Blue Eyes is going to attack, going to Eyes Rise in a minute here. And he's going to end his turn by getting the Red Eyes, Yeah, the Red Eyes gone, okay. His prime material is going to punch, and it's going to be his move. He could have went for the level 3 Synchro if he added in the extra deck. Not that it would have been super duper useful, but hey, you know what? It would have been pretty nifty to see it. So, prime material is pretty much controlling the field, and Mr. Blue Dude's not going to take any damage. He lowers the Blue Eyes by 1, brings back the Redox, goes into a Drago Sack. and I think he rage quits. I'm not fully sure what happened here. Like, who rage quit. Mr. Blue Dude will have to answer to that. This is against a Dark World player. Dark World's bore me. Sorry. Just had to be honest. Chance. He's going to play card Destruction with the one card. While Mr. Blue Dude gets to special a Masked Dragon. Mr. Blue Dude's turn. He's going to play the spell card that allows him to send a dragon. And if you send a vanilla dragon, you send another one. Hence, you send the Eclipse and use the Blaster to banish the Eclipse to get the search off. It's kind of like a Pursuito way of searching. Pursuito meaning fake. Kind of like how they use it in Pokemon. It's another way of doing it without actually doing it the main way, but still being counted as a search without being stopped by like Thunder King Rhino and stuff. Now, what happened here is Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon detaches the material and banishes both monsters and gains 500 for doing so. So basically, the monster has no material to rate stomp on Mr. Blue Dude. Now, his opponent here is going to get two of the Lords back, the Dark Worlds. That's what they are. Okay, they are Lords in English. I thought they were only Lords in Japanese. Trans Archery is going to do some work right now, blow some stuff up with Grapha. Grapha's going to punch. Dragon Rebirth into a Deep Prison your monster. Dragon Rebirth, Galaxy. Opponent, Mrs. Blue Dude's turn. He's going to attack the Trans Archfiend. Trans is going to get the Grapha, and at this point, could play Dragon Shield, but I don't know how useful it would have been, especially, you know. Look at this spam happening right now from this Dark World player. Look at the spam. Fable Raven I don't fully agree with for Dark World deck, but I can see why it's useful, so I'm not going to complain. And I guess you want to splash BLS. Now, Mr. Blue Dude is down to 400. His opponent has a Stardust and the Grapha. Will he be able to overcome it? Unfortunately, not today, because his opponent had a Bombless ready. But Mr. Blue Dude puts a good fight in the end, and we move on to another hero deck. And every time I see this and I commentate over it for the past 14 times today, I'm not joking about that. It's like I've been doing this for 7 hours, the past like 7 hours broken up. So like from yesterday to today, I've been trying to get this video done, but it was not compiling with me. It was not working. And that's the Show and Jump card. The Show and Jump, the YCS card. Like if you win YCS, you'll be receiving that. But every time I see this, I want to play Hero so badly again because of how much fun I usually have with Heroes. Be like, yeah, Fusion, baby! And your opponent's like, oh, it's supposed to be a freaking synchro format. But no, you know, it's fun to play. I'm not going to lie. It's really fun. His opponent's got all the outs right now until Prime Material comes out and just poops and is like, high five! You know, into the hand because it's a giant hand, so I'm being silly. He sets a second breakthrough, sets all the stuff, so that way Bulbaman can be special summon, goes in Excalibur, bounces the Bulbaman for the Zephyrs. Instead of taking the burn that he normally would, Prime Material allows him to gain it. Since Direwolf is trying to negate, Prime Material is allowed to negate, but breakthrough rate stops is on the Prime Material, and his opponent is going to run over his stuff right now, which Miracle Wake is going to protect it, just for the moment. Mr. Blue Dude's turn, summons Eclipse, banishes for the red. Red gets rage stopped by a breakthrough skill number Deuce. Warrior returning alive, get that Neos Alias. Is going to attempt to punch the prison on the big stick, and his opponent can't do much other than that. So he attempts to use Red Eye's effect. It's going to get rage stopped, so he activates Dragon's Rebirth, gets the Galaxy, gets the Prime, because you still get the special. It's just that it's the way the chain works. It's awkward. So he's going to play, his opponent's going to play Mass Change into Hero Acid. Acid's going to attack the Prime Material, and then his turn. Mr. Blue Dude's turn. I was about to say something else that would have been a spoiler. Mr. Blue Dude's going to send to get Eclipse, overlay to Queen Dragoon, and opponent will now rage quit, because his opponent cannot survive it. This one was hilarious to watch, and I must say, I'm kind of jealous that you get all the fun duels, and I get all the crazy duels, but we should have known this guy was running Ojamas just because his name is Ojama, but he summons Ojama King turn 1, taking up 3 spaces from his opponent, Mr. Blue Dude, because of the fact of you can select 3 cards and they cannot be used. If he had the other one, this would have been priceless. It would have been one of the funniest, trolliest things to do with Ojamas, but it didn't happen. So It's his opponent's turn again. He's going to set Ojama Blue, and end his turn. There's not really much you can do right now. So Mr. Blue Dude just going to continue to set up here and just get a lot of setup going on. He's going to attack, bounce it, banish it for the turn. He gets 2 when Ojama Blue sent to the graveyard. Destroy a balance into the graveyard, gets add 2. He's going to play Fusion Gate, go into Ojama Knight, play Shield and Sword, which swaps the attack and defense, and when he attacks Mr. Blue Dude flips a Mirror Force. No, we're not lagging. I'm just still commentating over that one video because I'm just trying to get like those seconds out because it's going to be like a half-hour video and it's a nightmare to upload to YouTube. And my service provider sometimes is a flake. And I can't switch to Verizon just yet as much as I really want to because there's this great thing called a contract and a pain in the butt about it. So, yeah. So, Mr. Blue Dude's playing against Jirac Slifer, and no, I did not make that up. That's actually what I guess it would be classified under. And Jirac's, I was actually surprised to see this. He's going to attack with Eclipse Wyvern. Maybe he figured that the Gwyver wasn't going to get the effects. But sadly it does. And now Logia is going to appear out of nowhere. So Kangaskong's on the board. For those of you Pokemon fans, I had to make that joke. And now Mr. Blue Dude's going to just say, okay, go. So Fossil Dig into another Dino into Daigusto. I actually question this. It should have been Dolka, because with Logia and Dolka, you can pretty much negate everything at that point in time. He's going to Duality into, I believe, Kinky Bio. No, he gets a Terraforming. Plays the Terraforming into a Blackguard. Plays the Blackguard, then summons Gwyver. I would have just summoned Gwyver, then play the Blackguard. The next turn, summon this little guy, so I spam the little tokens everywhere, but hey, that's me. So, Mr. Blue Dude's going to get rid of Logia's materials, so Logia can no longer negate. But his opponent has a little surprise for him in his hand in the form of Slifer the Sky Dragon. But Mr. Blue Dude's a champ. He's got this, man. He's got this. So, Black Garden goes off, Slifer's effect goes off, and kills the Prime Material Dragon. Pretty much everything's going to die because of Black Garden right now and Slifer combo. His opponent sets a safe zone, which will pretty much protect the Slifer. If a Master Key Beetle was out, this would be total lock. Well, for the most part, it would have been total lock. It would have been hilarious to watch. Not that way. It really would have. But that's not going to be the case. The Slifer gets deep prison, but his opponent plays Solemn for that pure negation. He's like, alright, I'll just banish it, no biggie. Take a token. Token dies because of Slifer the Sky Dragon. I believe there's a card that every time like a monster is destroyed on an opponent's side of the field, you take burn damage. That would have been hilarious. No disrespect, Mr. Blue Dude, it just really would. Ancient Fairy Dragon comes out. This is the manga edition. This is not the Ancient Prophecy edition. This is the one that comes out of the book, the manga. Like, we don't know when it's actually going to be released. Hopefully soon, because this thing is amazing. Basically, you can read it there if you want to freeze the frame and just see it. His opponent plays a Pot of Avarice, sending his stuff back. Oh, let me just make a quick mention for the newer players who are waiting for the beginner's guides. If this doesn't take too long to upload, then probably a night. If not, then I'll try to squeeze it tomorrow with the essential reprint video that I'm going to have coming out. If I sound like I'm slurring a couple words, it's because I bit my tongue really hard, and yeah, I just had to make mention of it because it's like super duper swollen, and it's a pain in the butt. That's what I get for my fun life, I guess. But he's going to go into the Blaster, summon the Blaster. Blaster's going to get raid stomped. But the Eclipse is going to get the effect. He's going to go for the Red Eyes. He's going to book it. Like, book it! Book it out of here, man! So his opponent pretty much is going to start spamming into the Direwolf. Get rid of your stuff. Go into a Catastor. And at the moment I was like, wait, isn't that token level 1? I wasn't fully sure though, to be honest with you. It would have been pretty funny if it actually was level 1. Hacker. I'm kidding. Kinky Bio into the Velo, into the Tribute, into the level 3, into a Stardust, into a Punch, into a Bounce. Because it's Spirit Monster. Spirit Monsters return to your hand at the end phase. Then set a Morphin Jar, send another card, and his turn. Opponent's turn, set Road. No Road, set. Gwyver Punch. Morphine Jar. Sorry, throat. Stardust, 2,500. He could have ended here with a Dire Cowboy, but I guess maybe he wanted to be that guy that, goes, oh, look what I can do. And maybe I'm not like that. If I have game, I'm just going to end it. But, I don't know what that was. Mr. Blue Dude's going to try to make a comeback. Unfortunately, it does not work. Look at that 5,000 point Slifer. Now, if someone's wondering why it's not attacking, Safe Zone does not allow you to attack directly with the monster that's equipped. We are halfway through this, and this is probably one of the funniest Lava Lol duels, and I want you for a second to feel like you're dueling against Mr. Blue Dude here. See the opponent's side. Because we normally don't do this, but I wanted to show this off. Instant Fusion. Ha! You got Dark Ride. Alright, let's swap over to his side. So, for those of you also wondering what this actually is, because I know there's some newer players and newer subscribers that may not know this, this is Dead Pro. This is yugioh Pro. There's two of them. There's Dead Pro, yugioh Pro, and there's also DN. Probably talk about that on Monday or something. And basically, you can play online for absolutely free, and that's what we do. And then for Subscriber Showcase, they send me all the replays, and then I just commentate over it like now. But Crimson Blader here, every time it destroys a monster red battle, it's going to basically say you cannot normal summon or special summon level 5 or higher to the opponent, and it's going to lock the field for quite a little bit. It's actually pretty funny to watch. Not haha funny, but like it's nice to see it against someone else who's also running dragons. I'm not running dragon rules. I'm running chaos dragons, guys. So don't even put me in that position. I do not run that deck. Heck no. I was gonna say, why don't you go Black Rose? And I realized, hey buddy, there's this thing called Crimson Blader out. It's like the Freddy Krueger of Yu-Gi-Oh monsters. Now, the monster that just activated the effect in the graveyard, that was Komodo Dragon. When it activates the effect, you special one from the hand. And look at that Garbage Lord. I think it's hilarious. Really need to take that thing for a test spin one day. But here you see the Eclipse going off because Blaster, and then he can mash Blast for red, and then gets effect Willard, the Red Eyes, and then he just summons BLS, and he's like, haha, I'm getting over everything now. Pinpoint Guard, protection for days, because his opponent would, let's look at it this way. His opponent would have taken 3,000. His opponent's like, I'm not taking 3,000. Plays the heavy, plays 2,000, goes to red, summons Shunk Synchron. Guess what he's going for? Red getting over Dragon, 8,000 points. That's nearly game over in one hit. That's amazing. Now, Red Eye's going to do some business, and then Pinpoint Guard, again, protects his opponent. And at this point, the duel is pretty much over, and Mr. Blue Dude, you put up a great fight. But Red Nova was ridiculous, man. That makes me want to go play Lavels, just to play Red Nova in that aspect. That was just nuts. This is against a zombie deck. I think we get a dual error here. I'm not fully sure. Yep, error occurs. That's okay. This I have to say was probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen come out of any sort of like Chaos Dragon build. I'm guessing it was Chaos Dragons from his opponent. His opponent's gonna send Zephyros to the Elite, bounces Zephyros to the Elite, play Dragon Ravine again, get more search. Look at the Eclipse Wyverns going off. He's going to punch Mr. Blue Dude's monsters out, go into a Lava Lol chain, send it to the graveyard, send a Tri-Horn. At this point, I'm like, why? And then I see the spell card that says you can target a normal monster and special hit. Primus Hero is going to punch. His opponent's move. Gets a Kage to Kage, which I don't fully agree on. Being in the deck. Everything else is just gorgeous, but look at this. Look how ridiculous this is about to be. Goes for a Big Eye in Chaos Dragons. Goes for red. Goes for a Tri-Horn, punches, and guess what he does? He's like, alright, the field's clear. Roar of the Silver Cry. Go for that Blue Eyes game. That was something else and gives me something to look forward to when it comes to Chaos Dragons. Gives me a lot of ideas. But I really am happy that Mr. Blue Dude sent that. Why we look at this 60 card deck battling against him, because it not only shows that other decks can win that aren't meta or something crazy can win. It's something more creative on a deck that was supposedly so, perfect. It shows you how ridiculous, you can actually make the deck and get it to work. It's just nuts. But kudos to Mr. Blue Dude for just sending that in. That was amazing. This is going to be pretty slow at the beginning, minor spoiler. And I have to mention last turn he used Card Trader to put back Heavy Storm, and then you shuffle and draw another one. He gets another Heavy Storm, and he gets Heavy Storm again. I'm like, what? But Red Eyes punch 2800 end turn. I also have to mention having problems with the IRL duel, with the commentary and the Sony Vegas. I haven't mastered that aspect yet, so I'm still working on it. But once it's fully ready, it'll be out. If not, then I'll figure something else out. But right now, my focus is more on the monthly duels and my cat's going nuts and figuring out how to set traps like The Last of Us, with cats. That's a joke. Don't take it serious. Mr. Blue Dude just going to do the whole setup here. Go for a Trident Dragon. Could have saved it for next turn, but it's all good. His opponent's going to play Dark Hole, get Raid Stomped by Starlight Road, play a Fissure, and the Fissure's going to get Raid Stomped by Stardust. His opponent's going to play Monster Reborn, get Raid Stomped by the Dragon Castle. Mr. Blue Dude's turn. Sets a Dark Bribe. Nope. Puts it back. Plays the card. Pumps up. Summons. Well, just one pump. Punch, punch. Punch, punch. Now, the reason this didn't work with Trident is because he doesn't take any damage. Now, if you had Goose Off Max, say just go Goose Off Max, end the game. Just be done. But that's me. I like doing that. He sets the swords back, summons the red, and his opponent rage quits. This is a rage quit duel, just so you know. It's pretty funny. It doesn't go on too long. His opponent's gonna not play that Heavy Storm turn 1. I thought he was gonna play the Heavy Storm turn 1. So, Mr. Blue Dude. I was at a loss for words there for a second. I meant to say Omega's subscriber showcase will be out later this week once I'm done commentating over it. Because this one, no disrespect to Mr. Blue Dude, it's not your fault at all. It's just been taking quite a bit to get up and on the channel, but that's dedication for me for content providing. MST the back, Heavy Storm the rest, 1-for-1, Moja, summon another Moja. Wait, is it Moja or is it Koja? I'm not even sure. Let me just take a look. Yeah, it's Moja. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm commentating the right monster. But his opponent rage quits because he can't do nothing. This is another slow duel with, I don't even want to, I just want to get up and walk away, let the duel play out, let it play out in silence, and just let you guys say, start talking to the screen like, why the hell in the what the world? Now, it's no disrespect to the player that is playing the crazy Exodia builds, I guess. But when you have access to so many things, it's okay to try something weird. Maybe he was just trolling. I don't know what the situation is. All I know is I'm at a loss for words, and I usually don't get at a loss for words when it comes to this game. I really don't. I've pretty much seen everything and anything, but this takes a whole new level. But I just want to make another quick mention that Guide to Your Side is being worked on also. Because I know last month we didn't have one because it was the end of the format. And since Shadow Specters came out, Bujin have started to appear to a certain extent, so it allows me to actually look at the deck and say, alright, now time to build Guide to Your Side for it. So I just wanted a quick mention on that. Not that I'm trying to plug in any other videos. It's just people ask about the Subscriber Showcase and ask about this. Guide to Your Side and all that stuff. So I try to make sure that everyone knows what's going on with the channel during the current video, the daily video that I'm trying to get out every day. The daily duels, that's not been canceled, but it's just not working on daily until there's a laptop for the council to be worked on constantly. Otherwise, it's too much of a hassle right now. But Mr. Blue Dude is just owning this guy up. He's just waiting. He's just waiting, setting everything up. It's like, come at me, bro. His opponent tries to play Dark Hole. Prime Material, man. Read the fucking cards, guys. Not sound that way. Just, people say read the fucking card because You're going to see Magic Cylinder go off, and you're going to see Prime Material going, life point gain. Because Prime Material has a double effect where you gain the life points and you can prevent destruction. I know I don't expect anyone to understand every single card, but when you're playing online, you take the 2 seconds, read the card, and try to see how it works. Not that hard. It's a learning experience. This one is actually a really funny one. The guy looks to be playing some kind of 60-card Yu-Gi deck. Now, someone explain to me, is this hot new tech, or am I missing something that none of us have seen before? I just haven't mentioned it because like the entire subscriber showcase, it's been appearing, and it's like, what? Smashing ground, son. But whatever. Mr. Blue Dude doesn't really have anything to play with right now, but he has the swords. His opponent has really nothing to do right now, so it's just kind of a stall. Mr. Blue Dude's going to set a card and end his turn. His opponent plays a Dark Magic Current, giving up 4,000, summon Dark Magician. Yay! Dark Magician. And now Mr. Blue Dude's just going to summon a Light Pulsar, get Tarental, and set one. Why would you Tarental if you had options? But whatever. Let's make sure they're not killing each other over there. Mr. Blue Dude tries to scrap iron. His opponent Solemn gets it. He's down at 2,000. This is going to be over soon enough. Now this is pretty close. Saves that Dark Hole. Look at that Dark Hole save. Punch, Karibo Stomp. Like, really? Karibo Stomp by attack? I'd be like, what? His opponent summons a Karibo, ends his turn. Spirit Reaper's just going to punch it and not die by battle, but the Karibo will, so lol. His opponent draws nothing useful. Mr. Blue Dude's going to rip one out of the hand. Slight spoiler. It's going to be Sage of Stone. I was hoping to get Valkyria on out, but eh. So, double summon. He's going to have to end. This is over. Perfect 1700. Guy rage quits. Can't do nothing. And that's it for Subscriber Showcase. This is the last one. My name is Ray for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to leave a thank you or just, complimentary comments for Mr. Blue Dude because his duels have been freaking spectacular to watch. They're fun to watch. It's, out of the normal, and it's fun. And if you can get with that, then you can enjoy Subscriber Showcase every month because, it's just great. I don't know what Omega has in store for us, but you'll find out later on. So I will see you later on. Peace.